This is a 10-minute brief, and what you're about to hear might change how you see everything. It was a day that was supposed to descend into chaos, a day the government warned would be filled with violence and rage. But when the day ended, the truth revealed something far more powerful and far more dangerous to those in power: profound, disciplined, and overwhelming peace. In New York City, the message came from the police themselves, over 100,000 people. Across all 5 boroughs, and the number of protest-related arrests, 0. Not a single one. This wasn't an isolated case. It was a pattern repeating from coast to coast. I'm reporting from the heart of the demonstration in downtown Los Angeles. The air is electric, but not with anger, with purpose, and the most striking thing: the silence of the violence that was promised. The absence of the chaos we were told was inevitable. This was a catastrophic failure for an administration that had bet everything on a narrative of fear. They had labeled this movement, this No King's Day protest, as a terrorist rally. They painted the opposition as a violent mob, hell-bent on destruction. But the reality on the ground, in the streets, told a completely different story. Subscribe to the 10-minute brief, and never look at war the same way again. This was the single largest protest in American history. 7 million people, a tidal wave of citizens, standing together in thousands of communities. And they did it without giving the authorities a single justification for the crackdown. They so clearly wanted, because that was the real strategy. The administration was poised, waiting for any spark of violence, a broken window, a single clash to invoke the Insurrection Act, to use that single incident as a pretext to roll out the military, to declare martial law, and to silence dissent under the guise of restoring order. It was a textbook case of manufacturing a casus belli against its own people. But the people didn't give it to them. The streets remained peaceful. The judges saw through the charade. In courtrooms from LA to Portland to Chicago, rulings came down. There was no justification, no legal basis for deploying troops. The strategy of fear was failing in real time. This is the essence of psychological warfare. It's not always about bullets and bombs. Sometimes the most powerful weapon is a narrative. And on this day, the establishment's narrative shattered against the wall of 7 million peaceful protesters. They needed a monster to fight, and instead, they found a mirror reflecting their own fear. This goes beyond politics. This is about human resilience. It's about a population recognizing a propaganda campaign and consciously, collectively, choosing to deny it the fuel it needed to survive. They weaponized their own discipline. So, what is the true power of a peaceful resistance? It's the power to strip an opponent of their justification for violence. It's the power to expose fear-mongering for what it is. And in the end, it's the power to prove that the greatest force sometimes is not force at all. Thanks for watching the 10-minute brief, where history isn't just told, it's felt.